especially on the spawn, meeting room, executive office. If you go through kitchen to the meeting room, Blackbeard is such a beast because of the range, etc. But still, they have to be careful. There's a frost, there's a smoke. Still, also Valkyrie. So this is really a map where, shotguns are, they are really strong. But I mean, the idea right now, the attacker pick is more. It looks like more or less a standard pick. Instead of actually having Blitz or a shield, they use Blackbeard, but they also have a Thatcher. So this is going to be. I'm really interested to see if they are actually one of those teams who are getting stuck at the main entrance between A and B. Some teams are really tending to get stuck there and just to be slaughtered, or if they are really having this strict execute onto the bomb site through the reinforced wall, going through there and taking out every rotation, which is going to happen.
So Killhole's made in towards the main entrance. One reinforced up by Jamjar. Reinforce it to the kitchen, as you mentioned. There's 3 skinny walls there, so it's a challenge to try and lock on out. And Killhole's in towards the stairs, and reinforcements here on this side. Darty just came down from the cockpit where he placed a couple of cameras and of course reinforced that top trapdoor. Here's the biggest thing about playing. Note how close all of these defenders are to one another. It is a very, very small map. Yep. On the attackers, however, they're all in on the floor above. Fox right down the far end of the plane. The other 4 all in just a smaller space up here in the cockpit. Nyx at the top of these stairs looking straight on down to what may be underneath him. It is currently Darty and Lieben's drone, but they've also blown this cockpit on their way in. There we go. Drone taken out, but now Darty sitting here behind this reinforced wall, inches away from Blackbeard, neither of them knowing exactly how close they are to one another until that drone comes down. We'll now spot Darty in the corner, and of course, that crack open door will give Darty a suspicion as to where they are. Pulls out his C4 and throws it, won't touch anyone, does break the door open. Does force Blackbeard to push on through, and again he gets away to safety. Now Nyx still being that point man.
That was a good decision actually to go downstairs instead of connecting with his teammates.
The push. BC rattling a couple of shots off through this little pixel peak. It does hit Blackbeard's shield though. Now he's got to be cautious of it. He will come on out, 2 of them in fact. There's not a single bandit on the enemy team though. So they are just there to clear out what they don't know is nothing. He's also got this adorable lucky cat in his thing, so that's probably what kept him alive from BC's shots.
But I think also they got a black guy down.
Yeah, they got a black guy. They've also got a Jaeger thingy as well, and they do allow them to blow open the wall. So this B bomb site now has 2 entranceways instead of its normal, just the one, which is its downfall. And now Blackbeard is holding this angle tightly, but BC lying prone on the inside of the site is holding a tiny, tiny angle to the left-hand side, and this is key to holding this site. Holding anything on plane really is to stay as a static defense. There's very small choke points for the attackers to come through, and they will in fact drop on in. Jamjar gonna be the first focus as he's pushed in towards the A site, but Kevin gets on in. Nyx now picks one out from the flank. Darty comes up and looks in the wrong direction, but they will get Blackbeard down. Still, however, a lot of attackers standing. Leb falls, but Fox, Turk, and Kevin are still alive. Darty prone waiting for Turk to come in through the kitchen. It does land a couple of shots, but will fall down. Now there's a smoke they're pushing for him, but he's out of ammo himself. Fox and Kevin are inside the A site, but the diffuser is in B. Dirk's trying to push it down with no time. BC will grab 1 kill, Viking grabs another. The diffuser is down, but all they've got to do is stay alive and hide from Kevin. He's got 9 seconds, he has to get inside this site to get the diffuser. Right now he cannot get close, he's just spraying where he hopes there may be a defender. He is wrong, and Viking is hiding here in the corridor to secure round number 1 for defense.
The idea from Darty actually going downstairs with his Valkyrie, that was really good. He got a double kill just right going up, and he got Blackbeard. Getting Blackbeard in this situation is crucial because we saw him actually, he was in a very good position. He took down, he was in his position. He had the long hallway at the windows, he had the long range into the meeting room, so taking him down was the crucial factor here.
So a couple of little sloppy moments, to be fair, from MilSpec, allowing 2 people to drop through that trapdoor from cockpit and then get inside of that A site could have really hurt them, considering how easy it is to hold that drop down with a shotgun in hand. But they managed to hold on tight and managed to rotate down towards the kitchen. Darty's shotgun play, again a little bit hairy, but he did eventually get that Blackbeard and get the thermite and then open up that end of the plane, and then allowed them to push and defend from that end. And they got a little bit lucky with the fact that the diffuser was also locked down this end away from the 2 players that are up in A. But the result is the same, it is a win. now it is time for LunatiK to begin their defense. Now, as we mentioned, this is their map, so let's see what their plans are. They're going for a few more reinforcers here on the back wall, but ultimately still a hole here into the stairs.
I mean, looking at the defensive positioning and the positioning of the reinforced walls here, taking actually the stairs not being reinforced.
I wonder what Daddy meant by awkward. He lost his drain and fell off the plane.
Okay, that happens.
He's a special one, he is. But we'll see now the LunatiK
well,
defense.
Yeah.
Oh! Something that I wanted to mention and hadn't is the fact that a glass has been picked here by MilSpec, and they are making use of it. Down goes Fox, the smoke taken off, and smoke, we've talked about how powerful he can be in the last 30 seconds of any map. On plane again, because of how small all the entranceways are, is an even bigger deal. And it's taking not only the smokes away, but the C4 away.
Yeah.
Could be a big deal here. Now, Jamjar is going to be lucky if he gets any more kills, because once his presence is known, very, very much doubt LunatiK going to come anywhere near those windows again.
Actually, this is why you take this bomb site. And you always have to think, okay, there's a glass involved. So actually being that careless in a certain way, yeah, that seals something.
So, just watching the front entrance windows with glass to begin with, and that's going to allow Blackbeard to edge his way slowly up the front stairs. Finds the front door open already, and well, is in a safe spot all the same. Throdax droning for himself and walking through the top floor of the plane, and the servers checking that is all clear. BC and Darty as a pair moving from the back of the plane onto the middle floor and forward. BC is going to watch up towards the cockpit, but there's no one there. As for the defenders' actual locations, well, there's 2 in B, 3 in B, and 1 in A just waiting. Kevin, though, is a man on cameras and is looking for the first MilSpec players to make themselves known. Jamdar is going to have been heard on this camera heading up towards the front entrance of the plane. Checking through the window to watch this doorway, which is where Nix would reveal himself if he chooses to peek the front stairs. And he is slowly repositioning around. It looks like he's about to, but Jamjar looks away at the wrong moment. The smokes are going to come out from the trapdoor above. And he's just watching intently. BC with Darty pushing from the kitchen. They're going to drone consistently first, but they've got 50 seconds. They have to make a move soon. And as expected, Jamjar is not finding any more luck here after that first kill. Does grab himself a kill onto a battery, though. That might help them blow open this wall from the kitchen. BC looking through the pixel. Darty's now going to come on up with 40 seconds on the clock. Has to get past his teammate and get into that wall. Jamjar still trying to find a kill. Viking will be the first one with the next, though, as he's got that Blackbeard shield to help him peek on in. Ash drops down from the cockpit, now sprints straight towards the bomb site. He isn't ready for the rook right in the corner, though. BC's going to go in next. Kevin gets down, but gets himself back up. Turk's in the back of the room. Darty goes in and finds him, but he's still exposed to Kevin. Kevin's going to down him, but then stay alive as Viking comes in. But the shotgun is there from Nix, so the late push out. He grabs the last 2 kills on Jamjar and Viking, and a defense win is on the board again. That's a lot of shot at his feet, but that one was better. And the round is secured, and the power of Doc was shown right there.
Yeah, exactly. I was actually about to say that I would have been picking Doc in this kind of situation, but yeah, I would have actually taken Jaeger, and I think the outcome would have nearly been the same. But the thing is that, yeah, the attack having glass, nice opening frag, okay, but that was it, and that is a one-timer. So I would never, I wouldn't pick glass, and I even wouldn't go with a double combination, Blackbeard and glass, onto the A-bomb side stairs. Nah, that's just not enough. Yeah, he cannot capitalize enough as Blackbeard, because he has to go in. He's slow with the shield. So every shotgun coming out of A will be like probably downing him at least.
So let's now see what the MilSpec defense is of this basement level. This is the most spread out pair of bombs on this map, and the hardest to rotate between, because your option is this corridor, which is a terrifying, terrifying thought.
But you can shoot like from the A-bomb site to the long hall. Look at the A-bomb site, and you can shoot through the whole walls to the B-bomb site hallway. You have one angle. You can you don't need to rotate. You just use range.
But on defense, you don't always have that range. Unless you got an SMG-11, which is
exactly. But going to the B-bomb site, I think it's like, nah. You won't succeed. This is what my personal experience is. It's just not working out.
Well,
From what I've
Nix
casted.
has himself a Blackbeard, and Blackbeard makes the impossible possible.
Okay, that is Blackbeard. Okay, my brother, Blackbeard, yeah.
So we'll see what it happens. As it is, everyone from MilSpec is staying down on this level here, not attempting any kind of roam play or rotating around or lurking on the floors above. So let's see if or not that can be exploited. A lot of teams will pressure the A site with smokes and flashbangs and grenades here, coming in from both the stairs up top and this entranceway here. But right on now, everyone for LunatiK are just clearing out the rest of the plane with drones first from both ends of the map. Droning and peeking and droning and moving.
If I actually, just from my personal perspective here, the A-bomb side, you can take it so quick. Like you don't need to wait like 2 minutes or whatever. So you go in a 30-second go. You can just go there because there's just for a lurker one way he can come to. So you just have one guy waiting outside for the lurker, and the rest can just push onto the A-bomb side because there's one way for rotation, and that's it.
He was trying to throw C4 up through the floor above, and in doing so he actually got tagged through this wall by Nix, but at the same time Kevin shot down through the floor after cracking it open and managed to pick up a kill onto Sergeant Jamjar. A couple of spots in this bedroom then that are opening up the backside of this site. A lot of different spots inside B. With a Blackbeard here on the front side, it's going to be very tough for MilSpec to continue this hold. Darty going to have to stay alive, and it's basically all down onto him. BC is on the corridor in between, but it's tough for him. Multiple drones coming in. The grenade will take him very, very low. Kevin now dropping through the trapdoor will fall. BC actually the man to get the kill here in the corridor. Darty still looking for more drones and holding on tight, but it's going to get hairy in a moment. BC still looking. Throdax taken out from the A side, taken in the back here as Fox comes down the stairs. He's in the now deal with Viking. Viking taken out through the gap in the middle. Very nice shot by Fox, and suddenly A is all in control of LunatiK. BC is looking, but he's going to figure on the right-hand side at the wrong moment. Does get the down on Ash. It's nice, but there's a second man now in that stairwell. It's IQ. Is he going to be ready for this? Sees one across the gap. Looks out for the next one. She's a lot closer than expected, but he gets the kill anyway. Can't get the third onto Thermite, and suddenly Darty's here with two to find. Nix is one with Blackbeard right inside this wall. If this shot gets in with the first kill, it's job. If not, the shield is going to do its job. He does tag him. Can he get the final kill? He does down him. Now he's going to push up the other end of the plane. Both players are low, but the diffuser is down. As you mentioned, range is LunatiK's friend when defending this site. Darty has a Desert Eagle for range, and that's about it. And he's in fact going the long way around, going all the way up and over the top. 45 seconds on the bomb. It takes 7 for the diffuse. Lieben. Do you know he's coming from this direction? We'll sit and listen for it, and they've got drones in place, so someone watching for him. He's going to have heard him coming. He's watching the wrong hallway now. Darty's going to come around the top corner, but he's not ready for Lieben to be up there. Darty falls, and the attackers finally win a round on plane.
Amazing choice by Lieben. He did it so good. Placing even the diffuser two stairs side, he can just use all the range, and yeah, that was actually the key why they won this.
2 rounds to 1 then in favor of LunatiK, and now they're on to defense. They're going to choose the staff section executive. No, they're not. They're changing their mind. We'll see what they do as we wait for the timer to tick down. As for the attack from Mil, they're not going to bring Glaz this time around, bring in Buck instead, which I do really like. The extra grenades in such a small map are very, very powerful. And the extra shotgun for that matter too, just when you're trying to push in Saul in closed spaces. Yep. And LunatiK did switch it up and go down towards the basement themselves.
I think last round also Nix, he had no reason actually to go this close into the hallway. He could have waited on the long way because he had all the vision. For example, if you all the vision through the whole pathway to the left side of the A-bomb side, and yeah, on the right side there could have been Thermite waiting for yeah, for Valkyrie actually to come. So, but still it worked out. And right now I'm really interested to see how LunatiK is going to defend this, because this is one of the standard defense positions, but it's many pro teams say it's the easiest to attack.
I can't help but agree, as we just talked about how easy it is to single people out in these sites and lock them down in tight angles. So we'll see. Jamjar got the first kill of the last round, is now sitting safely at a distance though. Viking, of course, on Blackbeard, actually choosing to drone in first rather than be that first man up. They have to be cautious. They can hear a man upstairs, and in fact there are 2. Fox just dropped in at the back of the plane, has that SMG-11 and a shotgun in tow. Nix is still on the floor above, cracking open a couple of floors. Well, Fox has now been spotted by that drone, and MilSpec going to have to be cautious coming up this backside. Shotgun and SMG-11 is a fearsome combo to deal with coming up that way, and when there's also a C4 and a smoke in his inventory to play with, you've got to be extra cautious with it. Jamjar, first man to the top of the ladder then. He's got Throdax inside and above, and well, Fox has fallen back within the press section. But is still watching that doorway.
Drone up.
That's a very good position for him, actually.
Doherty's drone jumps across the gap and might just have spotted Fox. He's going to come around to the left-hand side, and his position will now be given over to Jamjar. Doherty going to come up the stairs himself with the diffuser in tow.
Drone activated.
Throdax is up and above right now, and I think he was just heard out, so Fox falls back a little way further. Doherty comes across the gap, and here comes the shotgun dropping down underneath. Throw will be killed out by Nix's C4. Doherty does get down by the smoke as well and finished off straight on after. Jamjar now coming across the gap. Gets over safely, but now has to look to re-peek. Re-peek straight into the SMG-11 and will also take a lot of damage, but hasn't dealt anything himself. Single HP left. Got to peek around again if he wants to make this work or just go down. BC will finally take down Fox. Both grenades go down. Both land on the same piece of barbed wire. Jamjar in a tough spot. And they've also still got Viking here. Why he wasn't the man up there peeking this corridor, I'm not entirely sure. But it would have kept him a hell of a lot safer than all three players that are dead. I say three because Jamjar, he is a dead man walking. Coming up now to push with BC from this cargo side door. 55 seconds on the clock. More grenades coming in but being taken out by trophy systems. Still barbed wire here to deal with. Liebern is on the far side of these containers. He hears Viking coming down the stairs as Jamjar comes inside. It's a double easy lineup for Kevin. Now BC comes around the corner with SMG-11 in hand, but it doesn't matter. Liebern is there. BC actually getting the kill on him before the next man looks to peek. Here's Kevin. He gets down but revives himself. Now from behind there's a lot of damage, and Kevin is there after reviving himself for BC to fall. And a defense win for LunatiK puts them up 3 rounds to 1.
Well played here. That was just well played. Very good defense. And yeah, Fox with the smoke. He was taking the game from, yeah, he was taking the momentum away from Mil.
And shocker, now that a team won on attack, and the following defense round.
It looks really good for now, for LunatiK.
And it looks really bleak for MilSpec. Yeah. So
let's see, meeting room executive office.
So yeah, back to the front of the plane. They did successfully win this one the first time around.
Let's see what LunatiK actually is making,
Defenders, protect your
making out of it.
Being defused by
are they going to extend the lead, or are they losing this defense here?
So this time the defense for Mil here. It worked, but it was a little bit sloppy.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can improve. See if they can hold it a bit better. But again, ultimately, a win is still a win. So
exactly.
The defense so far is setting up very similar. Apart from now, we're actually getting a crawl hole here. Or is it a crawl hole or just a sight line between the A bomb site and the main entrance to the map? There is going to be a crawl hole here between the B site and the entrance.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers objective is to locate
going up behind the kitchen. Once more, Doherty playing down the backside. Right kitchen itself to try and lock out and take down a thermite or anyone that may be pushing in that direction. Last time around, he was pushed out and shoved away from here by Blackbeard. Still with a couple of last-minute reinforcements before he had that.
Again there. Now, are they going to reinforce the stairs or not? Because I prefer actually to have the stairs also reinforced, because that also gives the attackers a huge vision into the bomb site, and it can be used as a disadvantage for the defenders.
Prunes along the corridor as he's scared of a glass, but there isn't one, and instead, however, they're coming straight down from the cockpit already. Shots rattling through the gap. Doherty picks out his C4, throws it around the corner, but they're already turned and ran it. Doesn't touch a single soul. He's taken a little bit of health here off Nix, but ultimately not much for him to really worry about. And immediately, Doherty has begun a sprint down the backside basement of the plane. Nix then coming in from the kitchen. He's going to have Lieben come to join him in a minute. Now they've already blown open the cockpit trapper. Kevin up there with a grenade himself. Picks up the diffuser and is then thinking about joining the rest of his team. Fox coming down the back end of the plane could be the man to catch Darty off guard here if Darty's not ready for it. As Turk's drone will come in and find Throdex around one corner. Nix is trying to pre-fire that spot, but Throw has already moved. And there is the B site cracked open. Fox pushing aggressively now through the cargo hold as Nix takes down Viking upstairs. Will drone on in. Comes around through where the A site would be and does dub it to be clear, so he continues to push on forward. Found his pistol out for the camera. Goes back onto his drone, edges it forward, checks around. No, he doesn't. Don't shoot it, Darty. Darty lets it go. Lets it go past.
Good play
Ash
by
thinks it's
Darty.
clear. And it's an easy kill. Nicely done, but now when he make it work, it is just the one and there's 50 seconds on the clock and they know where he is now. So, Nix still looking an eye into B. BC holding tight as that flashbang actually hits Nix more than anybody else. His team's got to push forward soon. He's going to have to get his drone up. We'll plant it, I suspect, at the top of the stairs or somewhere where he can see Darty, which allows the dead player to then scout for him. Around the corner comes one Thatcher. Around the corner comes Nix after Thatcher backs away. Throdex thought it was safe, but it's not. Liban comes down, Darty comes up, and he's the last man. Looks the wrong way, and Nix shoots him down in the back to secure the round. Again, LunatiK. I mean, this is where they pick plane. They know what they're doing.
That was a very good play. I mean, the drone placement from Blackbeard wasn't that good because, I mean, they were all on in front of stairs, actually more or less clumped up, watching somewhere else, so the drone could have called it. He couldn't have called it in time, so they would have been dead. But still, Darty, he was good, not shooting the drone, but then he went up just like YOLOing and not looking left and right, more or less. So he should have been more careful. But still, that was the play and a good capitalization of Blackbeard there. He had the best positioning. He was just brought very good in play, and yeah, he sealed the deal.
Attackers need to
So,
locate and defuse
4 rounds to
bomb.
1. Scoreline, I don't think anyone, I definitely didn't expect to see on plane. So let's see if LunatiK can seal the deal here. They're back up to the meeting office at the front end of the plane.
And no glass this time.
And yes, no glass. Which I think is smart. There's not going to work more than once.
Yeah.
It's one of those picks which, if you can get a quick kill, great,
Yeah.
you did it. But at the same time, once the team knows you like running it, they're not going to pick those windows. And I'm pretty sure they only picked them in the first place because they weren't expecting
Exactly.
Jamdar to run
Yeah.
quick.
And
glass.
right now they're just glass right now would be a useless character because the opponents know, okay, yeah, we leave him, we don't show ourselves at the windows and then we leave him outside because then the opponents just have four operators in the building and that's it. So we are 5 against 4. And then when glass comes, I mean, that guy with glass needs to be amazing actually to hit the shots. But it's too close and everything. I mean, the shotguns don't even need to ADS. They just go around and shoot him.
Yep. So, LunatiK now with 4 members at the front of the plane once again. They've already lost Fox, who was trying to be a little bit aggressive, peeking himself outside. But he has fallen down because of it. Where did he try and peek? Interesting. Where did he peek? Don't know. We'll find out later. Downstairs then, the rest of them are playing very passive because of it. Viking up at the front of the plane quickly here. Top of these stairs with this shield, making him completely invincible. Just waiting for Nix in case he comes around that corner. The rest of MilSpec coming up the backside of the plane. Throdex on the top floor here in servers. Edging through it with his drone first and then we'll sprint through it afterwards as Ash. And unsurprisingly, it is clear. The rest of his team in the cockpit now. Jamjar going to come on straight through with him. So he actually drone from the back of the plane to then come in at the front himself. So smart play, clearing it from 2 different angles. Jamjar coming in to join him and then picks up his drone once he knows it's safe and clear. Darty did then come from the back end of the plane too, so they are one at either end. If they had found someone up there, they'd have completely sandwiched him. BC then in kitchen at the bottom of these cockpit stairs will go straight down and crack the door on open first and then crack the next one with his weapon. And well, Turk is inside B there, looking to try and battery juggle anything that may be coming his way. The early EMP comes on out. BC got the angle which he thinks is the right spot and is waiting to get the call that there is a man in that corner. Darty will tell him there is not, and he waits. So now Jamjar heads on forward again. Darty up to the wall. So it's going to be BC watching the push. Darty on the wall. Jamjar throwing EMPs, and Turk sitting on the other side and making everybody cry at their lost thermite charges. Down goes number 2 because they already did the cockpit, and now that is the B wall safely locked away. And MilSpec have to come through this little forest of barbed wire. And then somehow get inside 2 very heavily fortified walls. Normally I'd do this all in first person, but this is going to be way too fast of a gunfight when it kicks off, so we're going to go from top down. 30 seconds on the clock. The drones are heading on in to try and find spots for players inside these rooms. Kevin once again in this corner, which he did work on from before. Darty heading first, as he's not got much other use and no other utility. Viking up the front stairs, he's now in the barbed wire. Nix looking to peek. Throdex drops one in, they begin to fire onto Kevin first. They down him, but he can revive himself. Down goes Blackbeard. Now Turk behind the desk is taking out 2 in the main doorway. Jamjar and BC are going to finish him off though. Nix is in the front A site, but he's now all alone. These 2 have lined up perfectly for a shotgun, but it doesn't matter. They win the firefight, and MilSpec win themselves an attack round.
Wow.
I thought not see that going, especially when they lined up like that.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, okay, battery juggling wins the game. I even wrote that down literally on my, like, battery juggling win. But because everyone was like, battery juggling is dead. No, it worked. But then MilSpec, how they actually went in there, that was a swift execute. Everyone knew where to aim, what to do. I mean, not even a team kill. I mean, I would have thought there would be happening a team kill at a certain point because of the really narrow pathways they have to choose. I mean, that's just very good.
Attackers
Well played
need to
so far.
locate and defuse bombs.
So, MilSpec fight themselves with a little bit more life now. Time to stay alive again.
And there again going to CEO's office meeting room.
And yes, the only place they've successfully defended.
Exactly.
Yet. So do it again, but last time around they did get destroyed pretty quick and easy by the attack thrown their way by LunatiK. And even more amazed, to be fair, at the MilSpec win in the last round because they didn't have that thermite wall blown open.
But everything was on point. The hits were good, they were necessary, right timing, everything was just very good.
Attackers
Comes
must
down to
locate and defuse the bomb.
hardcore firefights, and they did win out. Now though, the defense from MilSpec once again. Throdex still in the same spot. This time the rest of them are actually a little bit more spread out. Sergeant Jamjar this time is up the top, here in the servers and the cockpit, putting up a couple of door reinforcements and trapdoors early on, trying to catch someone by surprise here, but so far LunatiK have been very good with their drones to make this happen. So he's not quite going to be in the same A site position that he was before. See if that pays them up. BC is also roaming around the map downstairs, and Darty here going to drop down through that trapdoor to the same spot he was at before, more or less, from the master bedroom. So this time around, LunatiK could actually go for a very aggressive push to the front of the plane very early on and get away with it. Only Throdex and Viking are here, but have they got this information themselves? Drones are being picked off left, right, and center. Now Kevin will go through. BC does get the first kill onto Fox, so that roam is working out. Gets up to the server's location as well now, but there's no one else on this floor from either squad yet. Jamjar being taken out in the kitchen though, as Nix has come down from the cockpit stairs, and as he is pinned in the corner, he has to take a little while before he gets completely finished off. Turk as well then coming in to join. From the stairs below, Darty is still on his camera. Turk going to come around and get the free kill, but Viking is here on the left side with his smoke to put Turk in a tough spot. Does get away with it, but is alive. Darty's still underneath, is checking on the cameras to see exactly where that Blackbeard is. He's got his C4 in tow, he just needs to wait for him to sit in the right spot. The right spot being there, if he stays in that doorway. And there's a second one. BC flanking behind again, kills Liban now.
Bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Darty may in fact just be calling positions for DC at this point. So we'll see if he can continue this information feed. Still sees Blackbeard in there. Throdex picks Kevin as they start to push in the front, and he gets Nix as he gets a second one in from Kitchen. Now it is all on Turk, and he is pinned here right next to the spot where these 2 teammates just got melted by Throdex with that beautiful angle, which, as you mentioned, from the front of the plane. And he goes for a second one here. They thought they were safe by having this opened up. The nice flank from Viking means the defense win is there again, and it's 4 rounds to 3. I wondered why they didn't reinforce that wall, but I didn't say anything early on because I wasn't sure, and that's why. Allow them to get this false sense of confidence about it, allow them to open it up and use it right back against them. Frodex did it perfectly.
That was, I was also thinking like, didn't they reinforce the wall? Yeah, but this is a classic baiting. That was a classic baiting position. Like, don't reinforce it and give the opponents the false thought of we can go there easy. So that didn't work out.
So,
and with a good call out, they could just like wall bang through the other side. So that worked.
Time now.
Attackers need to locate
for do or die in terms of MilSpec. Once again, LunatiK attacking this front end of the, or defending this front end of the plane, sorry. Mixed results now from both teams on this, so either one learning how the other defends from round to round and adapting beautifully.
This time there's no bolts.
Yes, no pulse this time. I mean, to be fair, there was no pulse in the last round either.
Yeah, there was.
But, I mean, there was picked. He didn't get to play, but he was picked.
Okay. Well, he was picked, but yeah, he was used.
So,
5 seconds left before
they're
insertion.
also bringing themselves across to the table. I will admit, there is a lot less shotguns here than I expected there to be, considering the close quarter combat that the plane inspires.
Same here. But I was also thinking about like having on the in the office having a shotgun there. I don't know, because usually players with a shotgun tend to spam like for one player 8 bullets. But what after that? So it's 1 secure kill. So what if two drop? So it would be a refrag. But if you would have like an SMG or something, you still have the headshot possibility, and the guy dies, and you still have enough bullets to maybe take down the second one. So from a strategic way, or the players are really firm with the shotgun, like, okay, I need 2 bullets, because if they drop down, I will easily kill them. So this is kind of the choice of weaponry, where, yeah, right now people are just like spray and pray with the shotgun, and I mean, it works so far, but if you, for example, force the opponents to do that, yeah, it could backfire.
So Fox this time sitting up in the server location is yet to have been droned, but will be shortly, as MilSpec have done so every single round. They are quickly inside the cockpit again though. Rodex pre-firing this wall in case there's a man sitting behind there waiting to hear Darty break that barbed wire. There wasn't. The barbed wire does get broken without too much of a worry. This isn't good for Rodex, as he's having a little bit of an issue. But Darty begins to move on forward. Once again, Fox is still sitting up here, and they do know there's a man on this floor now. Flashbangs fails to go up and over the top. Still got a thermite charge, so doesn't want to throw his life away too much. Does fall back to safety, but he's just waiting on through. As for the rest of his team, BC is on the front steps now. Viking has already got inside towards the kitchen. Adadi has come down now to join him. Rodex still up here in the cockpit. Has got to be cautious of this Fox flank, but Fox is currently playing very, very static. Jamjar now here with an EMP will break the first few batteries, but Dadi's still got to be careful of Turk on the inside. Fakes the first plant, waits for the battery to go down, plants the second one and fakes that, waits again as he has to turn around because Jamjar does get taken down by Fox, but he's not killed off himself. Another charge goes on out, again cancelled because the battery was there. Another charge goes out. This one will stay real and go through, but Turk, have you put the battery in the right spot? Yes.
Oh,
So
that
the
was
charge
so close.
gets cancelled, but that was quite the dance.
And again, now we come down to the lineup. Does it work now? The push.
Yeah, see a lot of barbed wire to deal with still. Throdex going to drop in from the cockpit, takes Kevin down instantly this time around before being taken out himself. BC also grabs Lieben as he tries to peek out from the cockpit. Now Turk and Nix are the only two inside A. Turk will get Blackbeard killed first. He's going to now sit behind the same spot and try and get the next man. It's Darty comes in, and Darty will win that fight. Nix now on his own with a shotgun in the cockpit, cannot hold it, and we force ourselves to overtime with another attack 1 round. Punji stick, I take back everything I said.
Wow. That was... I mean, I actually thought that, yeah, LunatiK got this in a certain way, because it was 4-1. And right now, the comeback from MilSpec, amazing.
They've done that twice now, attacking that same bomb site without being able to blow open the kitchen wall, just coming through 2 doorways with such perfect communication on locations of their opponents, with their timings, with their pushes, with their pre-fire, that they are dismantling the LunatiK defense. Every time, Throdax has dropped in from the cockpit, straight onto Kevin, easy kill. BC's come up from the front stairs, straight onto the guy that's coming out of the A bomb site with a shotgun and taking that kill out. But then no Turk is sitting there behind the desk. He has occasionally got one, because that is a great spot, but there'll always be a second one there to refrag him down. It's been beautiful every single time, and well, LunatiK now realizing they have to do something different here on this defense and are going down to the basement to try and hold on.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, got a little bit excited.
No, that's totally. I mean, you just nailed it down. The communication and the timing right now from MilSpec at this point, that was the best. I mean, they had the disadvantage of not having this wall broken down, but they made it through the forest of barbed wire. A lot of barbed wire. Even the peak was within barbed wire. And the two drops
Donnie was slowly as hell peeking out through that barbed wire onto Turk and still landed the kill.
Termite. Sorry, I have to say it, like Termite coming around the corner, being mega slow and getting the shot. I mean, Turk was also aiming a bit too low. So but that was just a minor thing. But I mean, that was just, and they didn't even lose that much players, did they?
Nope. No, they still had 4 people alive at the end.
Yeah.
Only Throdax died, and I mean, he was the first man in, so it's to be expected.
So
But
why using Termite?
This round, Fox is watching this top entranceway. Nix is also on the top floor in the server room with him, but he is currently checking all his Valk cameras. I like this one. It's very rare that people will look low for a Valk camera, and they will often walk straight over the top of that one without realizing it's there, as I think BC is about to do. Pushing into the back of the plane. We'll continue on forward. Up and above him though, Fox is still sitting there. Cracked open a couple of doors as well just to see if it generates any kind of movement from the defense. Right now it's not, because Fox is just scanning around with his heartbeat sensor on the levels above. Jamjar, Viking and Darty are all up this end. Jamjar going to be the first one detected on the heartbeat and is right here underneath Fox at the moment. I don't actually know if this floor is penetrable. We'll see in a moment. Looking now through that small gap. Jamjar spraying up to the top of the ladder because they suspect someone's there. Viking still there too. Nick's also up at the top of the next ladder, and Jamjar is coming to the underside of that one shortly. Meanwhile, Turk here in the press section is about to see Jamjar. The fight will ensue. Neither of them going to do too much to begin with, but Jamjar will be the one with his hair still on the trigger to take out the first kill of the round. Kevin and Lieben still downside as Nix drops down through and takes down Darty. The C4 will go off as he tries to get the next one, and he does get Jamjar, who will be taken out by Blackbeard afterwards, so we're back to a 3v3, but that's Thermite gone. Throdax at the same time is pushed in down very quickly from the side door, taking out Kevin. BC has been downed by many explosions down here, and he's not quite ready to revive him yet. Lieben up the other end of cargo, Fox still above the top of the stairs. Who's going to flinch first? Throdax, you're going to try and go for the revive on BC. Once BC crawls to safety, Fox still up top though, is going to start trading fire with Viking. Lieben still caught in this terrifying corridor now.
Sensor activated.
BC has been picked up now.
Yeah, he's up, and more importantly, there's still 45 seconds to play with, which is a lot of time, and this is so far a successful attack here for MilSpec. They got to keep it going though. Still checking through underneath him. Lieben still now here in the conjoining corridor. Viking begins his plant. Throdax is watching the exit to the corridor. BC is watching the backside, and the plant is down. Here comes Fox. He changes his mind right as he gets to the top of the stairs. Throdax is watching the front side, but will not successfully win that firefight. Lieben is incredibly low, but is there. Will be taken down as he picks the next corner by Viking's Blackbeard. Now Fox is alone and coming from behind. Not going to be enough. BC with the final kill of the attack round.
This is what I said. The B-bomb site can be taken so quick. Like, I mean, they had so much time left. Even after already having a firefight, I mean, there were like, how many people? Five players were already down, and 45 seconds to go in the map. So that can be even quicker, because there is not much to take care of in a certain way.
This is working out quite nicely for MilSpec, currently winning 4 rounds on the trot, coming back from a 4-1 deficit, and now they're on to defense again. Meeting room and executive office for them. Up until this point, they had never brought a bandit to this fight. They have now done it. Jamjar, are you going to try the battery juggle? Last time around, they left the wall open and shot back through it.
Yeah.
We're using Throdax, which did work to secure that round.
Yeah.
The 2 rounds before, they let it get blown open and they lost those defense rounds here. Can you hold it this time? Will that be enough to mess with the LunatiK game plan and stop their attack?
The idea is, the idea of the swap actually is, I think, is what you just explained, having the mind game. and having Jamjar actually using batteries.
10 seconds left before insertion.
And the best thing would be if there would be no drone actually scouting Jamjar, so they
5
don't
seconds
even know that
left before
there's a bandit involved.
Not sure how that worked yet, whether or not he's been spotted, but we'll see. As it is, back to that 3-wall reinforced, nothing on the stairs. Darty at the front has thrown a camera out to the main entrance. Thoradek's in the same spot, but another crawl hole made, a huge crawl hole made between the two sites, and more importantly, no one inside A, but massive holes in the wall so they can see more or less the entire room. 3 people then on the bomb sites. Darty running close, but still nearby, and Viking is in the site. BC, however, roaming late again. He did a lot of work in the last defense round with a couple of kills down the backside of this plane.
That's really going to be
Now
interesting.
he's lurking in a similar kind of spot, but not quite as far back.
They're having so much of a change in the strategy right now. This could be either backfire, like a total backfire, or be the key right now.
Does try and dig his drone, realizing it's not going to work, and just dances with it a little bit.
we had this too.
God damn it, Daddy! Realizing it's going to hit to the point where he has to just stop trying to deal with the drone and deal with the man that's coming his way, and he does do it with the C4. It is the Blackbeard, and he shrugs off the damage as none of it really hits him. Underneath him though is Fox, and he will be taken out through that trapdoor. Does get down but not outed. Fox just looking for the right angle to finish him, but BC at the same time has peeked around from the corner. Perfect cover, and he takes out Nyx and Turk. Fox will finish Darty off, but has to use a breach charge to do it. But they've lost Blackbeard and they've lost Thatcher, so they're not getting into the kitchen now. They've lost their Blackbeard, which is an aggressive peeker. Yes. BC in that swift 5 bullets might have just secured the round here for MilSpec.
Do they actually know that they got Thatcher down?
I don't know if he would have had eyes on... Yeah, look, you can see the body right there. He knows exactly who he killed. Blackbeard there and Thatcher on the left. At the very least, he knows it's an SAS operator. Pretty easy to tell the difference between Sledge and Thatcher because there's a giant grey hammer on the back of his head.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure they saw it on cameras. Now, Fox coming from the back of the plane. There is a wall reinforced between him and BC, so he's got to make a lot of noise before he comes in. And, well, BC is currently looking the other way until he hears this cracked open. There's the drone. Now he hears it cracked open, and he comes. BC was ready and waiting. Fox was reacting quickly, but not quick enough, and BC grabs a 3rd kill for this round. Thoradek's taking down Liban, and it is now all on Kevin to find 4 people and secure this. If he can't do it in 40 seconds, MilSpec will take map number 1 and begin their campaign to 3 points.
BC is so on point right now. He's so on fire. I mean, he literally took this round.
Yeah, I don't think LunatiK's play ever counted for a lurker in this plane, on this map. They weren't ready for it at all. They seemed to drone well, but clearly didn't. Kevin has decided he's just going back to the terminal.
He's saving
the AWP. He is done.
He's saving the AWP.
He is wrapped up and finished with this map. And he says, GG, well played. As we head on to map number 2, with MilSpec Esports successfully winning the 2nd overtime round. And the map.
That was... I mean, the shake-up of the strategy right now, it worked so good. BC just being on point, getting the double kill onto Thatcher, onto Blackbeard. That was already a huge setback. And yeah, look at BC. 14-3-5.
14-5, and not a donut in sight, ladies and gentlemen. What a map. I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch that later at home and just go over it again, because as I said before, like I take back what I said. Bungie Stick, maybe there is hope for playing yet. It does require a hell of a lot of practice and a hell of a lot of teamwork, but there were some moments of brilliance in there, and it is just one game, it is just one pair of teams, but there's hope.
There's totally.
So we'll wait and see how that unfolds, but there were some very clutch moments in here. Darty lost the shotgun shells missing there, but Turk with a quick react to turn it around and get away from the next smoke charge that flew his way. A lurk around here in the lasers from below, and a couple of just clutch spots where important rounds, like 2nd bullet downing Ash there was huge for BC again. Getting these on the gap, finds the next one, which he was clearly not expecting. He didn't see IQ, he saw the thermite. She would have been a lot closer than he was ready for and still reacted it. The play there, not shooting that drone as it walked past, is so much harder than I think a lot of players expect. They are ready and waiting to see a drone go past. Oh, got to shoot the drone. It hasn't seen you. Don't give your position away.
This is what we actually had today with Dot Flamers against G-Bots, where you said, why shooting the drone? It didn't see you. Why did you shoot it? Yeah, at the point, I mean, you're the nerves, but what Dadi did there, genius play.
Like
Not
at this
shooting.
level,
Yeah.
if a drone sees you, they're not calling your exact location, not too often. They're calling the room you're in, and then they're going to come in, they're going to completely the room. If they don't see your spot in that room, they don't know you're in the room. They see you shoot, it doesn't matter if you move afterwards,
Exactly.
they know you're in the room. That's all that mattered.
Yes.
And there, Dadi lets it stroll straight on past him and just waves that it goes by and shoots Ash in the back as she comes there.
Yeah.
Couldn't secure the round afterwards,
Yes,
unfortunately.
exactly.
Everyone else was dead upstairs, but still, that was a moment to be happy for. As it is, though, we're going to head to Clubhouse next. We are waiting for BC to, I'm guessing, just relax a little bit and get rid of the shakes and switch back across to the other team to join the rest of his teammates. But then we will head into here. Option 1 and 2 here. Bedroom and the gym, the CCTV room and the cash room. I don't expect we're going to see at all. We're going to see options 3 and 4, bar and stock room and the church and the arsenal room. Talk me through those two bomb sites and why they are superior to the other two.
So first of all, the other two, you just have no chance actually on defending them. There's too many droppers upstairs, like on the roof. The attackers can just go on the roof and shoot you through the droppers there. So you just don't want to do this. And there's so many windows, so many breakable walls, termite walls, so it has no use. Let's go for bar stockroom. Bar stockroom, such a great position. It's wide open first, but you can secure it so hard and have a good rotation on it. It's actually just one long room. And yeah, church arsenal room, I mean, there's just 3 ways how you can enter the doorways. It takes a lot of timing, a lot of practice from the teams to get inside, and the rest is so fortified, it's just a fortress. It's a bunker down there. So taking actually this spot off the opponents is really hard.
Well, let's find out then. MilSpec will be our attacking team first. LunatiK will be our first defending team. Let's go ahead and see what it is they choose to defend exactly first. No surprises, I think, to anyone. Church and Arsenal room first. Kevin still bringing the dock here, so it is not a plane exclusive, which it did a lot of work on plane. But on this bomb site, we rarely see it revive himself so often because the firefights are a little bit more spread out and not so fast-paced. But we'll see whether or not. Does switch over to Turk at the last minute, but is still here on the table. As for our attacking team, MilSpec just bringing the single Blackbeard instead of any other crazy operators. Twitch seeing a lot less play recently since he has been brought in, but interestingly enough, Sergeant Jamjar still bringing Thatcher, which I think, to be fair, is a lot more just for the weapon preference, because a lot of players are starting to phase him out of play since the changes to his gadget.
For that, you can really, on this map, I would prefer Twitch instead of Thatcher, just for the drones, because information on this bomb site, information is key. You need to know when you time your go, you need to know where the opponents exactly are. And I mean, there's nothing that will be placed. There's no bandit, and the ADS devices, well, no. I mean, there's nothing actually that makes a Thatcher useful. I mean, the gun, okay, yeah, but I think the Twitch, the F2 is still really strong.
So let's watch the LunatiK defense. Down they go. All 5 players. A couple of last minute reinforcements coming from Fox. We're going to get 2 or 3 walls done here. Someone else got one? No, just going to do the 2. Some other teams doing varying strategies. The only, in fact, on all 3 here to blue. Some teams like to leave one of those opens, but we'll see. As for the rest of them, Kevin and Fox playing inside the armory at B. Liban playing in church. Nick's currently being a little bit unsure about where he's going to sit. For attacking squads, we do see obviously some initial drones, but Throwdack's going to come into the top floor, the gym and the bedroom first. He's droned it out. There's a series of them here on the stairs, checking it's safe. Before coming down towards the bar to join King Viking down here. Crack open this door from range, give them a escape and a back out later on, and then start to make holes in floors to look at some common spots. Now, they don't particularly know this yet, but they can be a little bit... Oh, that wasn't reinforced. BC cracked this trapdoor open for free. They are going to have to thermite charge the bar and thermite charge the kitchen, but stockroom got completely ignored by LunatiK, which we'll see whether or not that comes back to hurt them later. However, we often see teams just completely ignore the kitchen trapdoor these days because of the fear of C4 from below.
Yep.
Less rare in this particular lineup from LunatiK though, as they have no pulse, but it can still be done with a good audio and LunatiK's Valkyrie, but they are choosing not to do it, so we'll see what happens. Throwdack's then pushing in from the pit down at garage, starts to crack open the barbed wire from range and throw down the smokes, but there's 2 people at the end of this corridor he has to worry about. Meanwhile, Viking is pushing down the front stairs and trying to spray in towards the kill holes he can see and the church holes that are there. Jam Jar and BC on the floors above. The nade goes in and Turk is taken out instantly, but he's docked, so can get himself back up again. Levon's still inside. Jam Jar still washing through the hole as Throdax is cautious at range again. Nick's still down there. Viking still waiting to find an opening. There's still some barbed wire he has to deal with. Nix is incredibly low down there in blue right now and does get down from above, but will be revived by Doc. Safely back on up. Fox still here in Armory now watching for Vikings. He sees the shield but can't get enough, and Viking sees enough to do the damage. Fox gets downed as well. Throdax now coming down the corridor will find Turk, but Nix finds Throdax before BC finds him. Darty then at the bottom of the stairs picks up 1 more kill onto Liban. Now he's going to try and push over the barbed wire. Successfully gets away with it, and well, Jam Jar finds Kevin inside church for the last kill of the round, and a successful mill attack because of what you mentioned. Well-timed, perfectly communicated push to give everyone the right information.
Exactly, and I would have actually... I mean, Doc came really into play here with the reviving, but yeah, with the second life the players got, they couldn't capitalize from it. They didn't deliver damage. So I would actually suggest to really go more with instead of Doc, go pulse, because you need the information onto the kitchen dropper or onto the stairs. How many are coming? Where are they? So having the radar there is a key element because it gives you so much information. And I also would say reinforcing that wall next to the corner is a key, because I mean this is how actually Jaeger died to Blackbeard. So having this wall reinforced is so crucial because it can also be broken open by Ash, you know. So this gives so much speed into it. Can the attack can be changed so hard and can be diverted to push onto the B-bomb side instead of the A-bomb side. So yeah.
10 seconds to insertion.
So construction tunnel reinforced and closed off then by Mill. They have left a couple of holes from blue into church, which they can use against them. They've also only done a 2 reinforce here at this side of church for now. Still a few players coming down from upstairs. Darty cracking holes opening towards gold as well as BC makes his way down. And once again, they are playing a 5-man bottom floor defense. But they have brought themselves a pulse to sit here in Armory underneath kitchen. Jam Jar, what hole are you looking to make here? See what he uses that for. It could just be there to block any man trying to push forward, but then, unsurprisingly, begins to heartbeat sensor the kitchen above himself. Of course, the normal trapdoors have been done here in bar and this time in stockroom. And well, while Fox has got in very, very quickly to the bar, the rest of his team is slowly catching up as he starts to crack open these holes above the stairs and the main entranceways.
And right now, there's again, as I said, you can also open the wall to the bar, and you can shoot open the wall to the B bomb site, so you can divert from stairs into the B bomb site instead of going to the church. So it could work.
We'll see then. Turk on IQ, allowing a lot of mobility from this lineup with the 2 3-speed operators coming here to the dropper by blue. Throdax sitting underneath there himself. He's going to dodge away from these flashbangs, but first the trophy system will deal with the 2. Nix at the end in the pit. BC cracking open a couple of holes to give himself a little bit more of an angle in towards the room itself, waiting for the man to come and push. Turk still the only man up top. So Nix in the pit as Jam Jar does get the kill onto Fox up through the floor. Picks up Ash inside the kitchen. Now we see Liban droning down in towards the church from the dropper in bar. Kevin up top still with Turk as well, but they're all shuffling around positions for now. Turk coming down the main stairs. They need someone to put pressure on here. Kevin here is looking for Throdax, who peeks just around the corner. Doesn't deal too much damage, but scares throw into hiding again. Nix is going to push forward now from pit, but while he's safe in the pit itself, once he starts coming down this corridor, his body is heavily exposed and the shield doesn't protect quite enough. So his aim is going to have to be on point. Jam Jar comes very close to exposing himself, but that shot will put him back into hiding. Now Throdax reveals his backside and it gets tagged a little bit by Nix. More flashbangs coming on over, but he can't really push forward in to back them up. Jam Jar's repositioned through the holes. He's going to be able to peek in through the doorway, but his gun's peeking straight around this hole, and Nix is just waiting to see him. Gets It's a split second, but it's not enough, and Jamjar gets toked because of it. Nix with the cover, not quite there. Now Throdax peeks out, Kevin drops in, and Nix team kills him instead of hitting Throdax. That's catastrophic, as he also has to reload as the peak comes out from Throw. Liban drops from Bar, downs one player, but can't kill him, and is then punished by Throdax and Viking inside the church.
And here you saw, capitalizing from Pulse. The Pulse kill was key, taking down Ash, I think.
Yep.
And then getting Blackbeard into the, I don't know, into the garage tunnel. Why? There's no cover, there's nothing you can capitalize from. And then flashing without actually a follow-up. Why would you do that? So actually maybe he wanted to flash for Kevin, who dropped down, but okay, he killed Kevin. So, yeah.
Nicely done.
It was a good shot though.
Nix was a very valuable member of MilSpec there.
Yeah.
Helped out a lot. Now it is time for LunatiK to defend again, and well, they're straight back down into the clubhouse basement. They had a couple of holes that they need plugged this time around. They are running themselves a pulse this time over. The only problem is, if they're looking to do that same kind of play in towards the kitchen floor, no one went anywhere near it from MilSpec on their last attack. I mean, that's when they didn't even know what operators they have. Now I'm pretty sure that Fox has been spotted by Throdax's drone.
Yeah, no.
So they know that there is a pulse to deal with, and they're going to stay even further away from it.
And they don't have smoke. I think also smoke is such a key operator in this.
They also, once again, haven't reinforced this trap door. Nix is going to go over to it now, but I mean, we've seen before, Throdax on that Ash is not afraid to get inside this building very quickly, and if he does it right, he might be able to punish Nix on his way back. BC at this wall in the garage, cracked open a kill hole, is looking for one. Nix was there, spotted on Darty's drone. He's going to continue pushing back towards the bar now, but everyone is miles and miles away, so he will get down towards the basement.
And Viking was way too slow.
Yeah, way too slow to get in. They're spraying in towards the stairs, and he asks his team if it's safe to come in. It will be, but after a couple of seconds. And we see Fox waiting for the top of the stairs, and we've seen this a couple of times as teams do very quickly get on in, start cracking open that floor, and if Throdax isn't careful, the C4 will be there waiting for him. Just drone the rest of the top floor and check it's clear before moving down. And heads down the stairs as before. Fox has pulled away slightly and is now inside gold, but is looking up on top. Throdax constantly moving, he's currently right on top of the pulse, but C4 will not come off, and what a convenient little blast. Not just doing the floor, but also creating the hole into the room next door. Fox is right on the other side of that wall, but he of course does not know this. And then starts to crack these walls open again, gives him a good rotate position in towards the stockroom should he need it. BC here in the garage looking down in towards pit. Viking already down the front stairs. It's a very similar setup here from Mil as to what they did before, as Darty will eventually come on inside and start cracking open these trapdoors in both the bar and the stockroom here. Finding that out camera hidden right above their heads, and Jamdar will now begin to EMP and throw things down through this hole. Fox takes out Viking very quickly as he comes down the front stairs, so that is the power of Pulse here in gold, was able to get through this little crawl hole and catch him by surprise. They do take him down nicely, so they've got an advantage, and Fox is actually using it to play quite aggressively up these stairs. Looking for that early heartbeat to let him know if someone's coming his way. Jamdar uses last EMP. Now heading in that direction, but the drone would have spotted Fox first, and he now backs away. Throdax looking down through the hole, wondering why he can't see him. They now must know there's a crawl hole somewhere between the stairs and there. Smokes are going to come down towards the bar dropper then. There's still Darty, Jamdar and BC above bar dropper, and there's 30 seconds on the clock. Ash Charge going to go off to breach the barbed wire. BC coming down the stairs and cracks the floor open, is looking down through the hole to try and help out. Fox over to the left-hand side now. There's the crawl hole in sight line for throw. Fox wants to come around the corner, misses his shotgun shots to start with, but the shots are missed by Ash as well. BC coming down through the stairs, gets one kill, but Nix has got two as they drop through bar dropper. Prone right next to Nix now is BC, and he will not last much longer. Liban with the kill, but the round is done, and LunatiK are on the board.
That was LunatiK, yeah, doing a great comeback. Very good positioning, very good play. Yeah, Pulse again showed us how strong he is on this particular position. With the radar, with the information, with the quick response onto Blackbeard, taking him down. And that was what you actually want to have down there. You want vision because you're so limited in vision. That's really so.
It's a big deal. We do see as well that there was a serious issue there with MilSpec, as you mentioned, with vision and getting information on who is down there. They couldn't lock down their locations. They didn't know who and what to look at when they dropped. And yeah, they were punished for it.
I mean, interesting also to see what just one operator can change. And it was just the pull switch. I mean, they even removed smoke, which in my opinion, I would still prefer than Doc, because he's still fast, he takes room. I mean, you know, there's so much things you can do. So, yeah.
So, they made it work though. The extra information that Heartbeat Sensor gave them allowed them to be aggressive and allowed them to push on forward. Well, they got away with it and got some aggressive kills, and not only did he do that, he stopped a lot of the drones getting into the site, which meant information within the church was not given, and Nix could just sit in the same spot for the whole game. But now we're on to the floor above. A and B are in the bar in the stockroom. Often we'll see teams break these trapdoors and use them as escape. There we go, use them as escapes. Viking does now do that. Not putting anyone inside B right now, which I'm not sure I like. We've seen this time and time again, the teams just give up the B site way too easily. Once the plant is down, retaking it is damn near impossible. So we'd like to see how Mil defend this. LunatiK all spawning out by the kennels then, and we'll be pushing this site. And with Nix here on Blackbeard, it is a nice easy one to do.
Actually, this one is a Montaigne spot.
It is a Montaigne spot.
Totally.
But we will see.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
They
Attackers
don't even have a
recovered the bomb
C4 player
diffuser.
there. They have Jaeger there.
Attackers have dropped
On
the
the
bomb
B-bomb
diffuser.
side, you need C4. You need C4 to
It
have...
is Jaeger, as you mentioned, but it is also BC, who's on pretty top form right now.
Yeah, it's BC. He's
Attackers
C4.
have
He has
recovered
C4 in his blood.
C4 in his
He has enough C4.
We'll see whether or not you can make it work, but as you mentioned, the C4 helps. They have got Jam Jar close though, but they've opened up the garage now with this thermite play, and that limits the movement Jam Jar can do. BC still watching the corner tightly. Darty miles away with no shotgun this time around, but he's out in the strip club. Throdax inside bar, looking at this tight angle up and over, and Viking as well with his SB11 to help out. But Jam Jar will take down Fox very quickly in towards garage. He is on 1 HP himself though, and is now in a little bit of trouble. Push is going to come in from the main lobby from Turk and from the garage from Thermite on Lieben. Oh, Jam Jar! The timing and the luck on that first bullet headshot is huge. Turk now going to drone on in. He actually gets out to safety towards B and makes it out. BC looking down through the trap below. Hasn't got his backside covered quite so well now, but is prone. Jam Jar will now be downed out by Turk. Not finished though, just peeked around the corner, gets downed. BC still holding this corner, an interesting angle which hopefully will catch Nix by surprise, or that's what he wants. Throdex does get over to revive Jam Jar. And he's back on his feet, 5v3 then with a minute on the clock. Turk coming out to join his team. Nix falling back a little way as well, and Kevin still looking at range for a pick. The drones come out for Nix. I'm going to try and find more locations. They see BC inside again. BC got to be careful of the door from Turk, and in doing so drops down through the hole to make sure he's safe. Kills the drone out that's at the bottom of that ladder though. Turk doesn't seem to realise and isn't watching behind him as he peeks out into towards the lounge. He gets shot from bar. If he's not careful, BC, it's going to come up that ladder behind him. And it is done. He had a drone there, but clearly none of the dead players were watching it, and that's not going to go down well when it's in team speak. Throdex gets down from range though by Kevin, and it is the first little advantage LunatiK have, but with BC trying to peek out from garage, down to 1 HP goes Kevin. 20 seconds on the clock. Nix, now the point man has to come in towards B, and the smokes are coming out. They're going to be locked out this room, and they do not have the time to get on inside. They're going to have to rush through it, but BC is there waiting for Kevin to come inside with the diffuser. He is dropped down, 8 seconds on the clock. Nix is finished, and this will be another round for MilSpec.
Great play again by BC. Dropping down,
Beautiful play by
using the ladder again to go up, take the back, use the backstab, and then even go out doing the Junas, like going outside and peeking and peeking and peeking, like just stinging the opponents. But he didn't over peek. He just came, shot, or not even shot. He was just present. And then and here we go, smoke play. Like he blocked the entrance totally, and that's 10 seconds of smoke. There were 15 seconds left on the clock, so 10 seconds, and he still had 2 more, so that was a safe call.
So comfortable round then for MilSpec. and BC. Now, it is LunatiK's chance to defend this same bomb site, though, as they, of course, held the basement very well last time around. I hate that little spectate bug. Instantly push you on the level below because of this weird little stepping here in bar. But hey, it's there. So, the final score for our first off-stream game did end 1 round apiece. That was for Trinity Esports and Empire Esports, so those teams each getting a single point to their name. So congratulations to either of them. Meanwhile, Orbit versus Ambition is being played off-stream. Map number 1 is going underway. Map number 2, however, will be played here on the mainstream after this game. So we'll get a chance to see those games, or those players fight it out.
Nice.
Talk to me then about the setup here that LunatiK have. Do you like it? What do you see?
I'm seeing so far kind of standardized setup, but here we have Nyx with the Valkyrie onto the B-bomb side with actually C4, so that's a key element there. Last time they had BC, who's C4 in person, and now they also have a Fox as a lurker upstairs in gym, so that's also a very, very good position for him. He can drop down to the pool table as he's doing now. The problem here is opening the pool table like that gives the A-bomb site is. Yeah, it opens up the A-bomb site so hard, because if Fox dies, there is a hard time actually for the, to defend the A-bomb site, because it can be taken from top. They have to clear out stairs. They have to take out a lot of room. They cannot just open up the, open up the strip club and go upstairs and check it, because, they actually need like 2 or 3 guys upstairs in order to be safe. But right now, Nyx and Fox, they're going upstairs and probably running into Ash. I don't know.
Well, right now, Nyx and Fox both on the basement stairs. They're down to the floor below. The MilSpec is pushing hard towards the pool table, then from the strip club, and they've got the wall broken open already, and this is a strong spot for Blackbeard to sit. You can now watch this stairwell, but needs to be cautious of the close push. He's got no one covering that. There is still a Darty with the diffuser outside the pool table windows, and as you mentioned, players on the floor above the trapdoor. Jamdo actually outside this window as well. The smoke's already being used. Darty inside here of the strip club. With Vikings looking for someone to make themselves appear and make them, with his big Scar H, then disappear.
Let's hope there's no Valkyrie coming around the corner.
No, LunatiK currently playing very passive and static and hiding from all of this as the flashbangs start to come in. Nyx sprints across the gap, but the shots won't land. Darty edges his way in, gets into the corner and begins a plant. BC then covering the stairs as Nyx is looking to push up and get control of the trap door. If they come, they're pushing forward and they're going to line straight on up for an easy double kill for BC. He's there in case of a third. There won't be one, so he grabs that. Now the third's coming up. It's going to be Turk. He's going to run up through the same gap and walk straight into BC's same crosshairs, and BC is on with a pretty easy triple kill. Lieben now pushing in through the bomb site itself, right next to the bomb, watching the stairs. Kevin coming from the far side itself, is now firing in towards the strip club, towards nothing. Lieben up towards the pool table, is going to expose himself to the trapdoor, but Darty's taking down Kevin. Now Viking sees Lieben, and it's an easy 5 kills with no return for MilSpec to secure the round.
And again, BC. He's showing up. He's so strong right now. He's on point. He's the game. I mean, his positioning was good, and the timing at the point where he was going around and laying the spray over the heads. Amazing play.
Oh. 4 rounds to 1 to MilSpec. And now they're defending this basement level. Church and Arsenal room once more.
Yeah.
Done it successfully before.
That's their pick.
And this is their map, yes, which is, I mean, it's showing right now.
Yeah, right
exactly.
now it's totally showing. And the thing is, again, they're on the defense. And look at the operator picks. This is like what I preach. This is looking so good. They have Jaeger, so grenades having a hard time. They have pulse. They have smoke. I mean, they have Valkyrie, vision. They have everything. Right now, from the picks of the operators, this looks really good. But there's still, I mean, Nyx with the Blackbeard, if he's actually coming through the main stairs downstairs, it's going to be really dangerous. And if Ash opens up the right angles up top and maybe gets a pick onto pulse, that would be great.
Yeah, that would be big, but we'll see.
Yeah.
As they begin to, or finish setting up their reinforcements upstairs, BC Again, a little bit late, but is now making his way back towards the garage to drop down. Oh, no, it's not going to drop. Yeah, he's going to lurk around garage for a little while. I mean, if it was anyone else, I'd say it's a bit risky, but BC has been on fire today. Does hear the drone wandering around and isn't sure if he should shoot it or reposition. Does just end up running away from it as he realizes he can't kill it. Doesn't have the time to reinforce that back up and runs to safety, putting this Jaeger trophy system down next to Throdax to keep him safe and then back into the site. Now, Nix has got himself into the construction tunnel very quickly. Dardy, I believe, had a camera in here. No, he didn't, because BC goes up to try and reinforce the door and is immediately shut down. If there was a camera in there, Dardy's just getting an earful for it not being called out. But let's wait and see. Jambar then holding close and will be the man to watch the exit from here. If he turns left with his heartbeat sensor, he will be able to see the man in the tunnel. At the moment, that man in the tunnel is just on his drone though. Dardy here in the spot, which is exactly where Nick sat with that shotgun the last time that LunatiK successfully defended this basement level. Let's see if he can do the same to that bar dropper. Turk in the garage is going to drop down towards pit and have to deal with Throdax. Viking here watching the bar dropper, which has been opened up now with this SMG-11 and of course the smoke and C4 charges. And now let's see if they can hold this as a 4-man. There's a 3-man push coming down these front stairs here for LunatiK. In the back, LunatiK are sending Nix in first. He is dancing around the corner and spraying towards where he knows Pulse to be as Dardy picks up the first kill onto Fox. Throdax can come away from blue now if he wants to because it is not there as Jamjar grabs another kill. Nix is not pushing in aggressively yet and is letting a lot of his team die because of it. He needs to start applying pressure. Liebent on the stairs. Kevin has got in close to Church but is still very much pinned. Now the smoke is going to lock him into this bar dropper as Dardy grabs another kill on Liebent and Nix is still here in the tunnel because why have you not come out? Kevin trying to edge forward is getting touched on by the smoke and has to be even more careful about it. Getting shot in the feet from behind now as Pulse is pushing all he wants around there. Throdax prone and Viking prone both looking straight into this doorway. As soon as Kevin comes around it, they're going to shut him straight down. Here he comes, edging on out, is blocked straight by the pole, but the fire's there. He's doing a lot of damage here to Throdax, but actually neither will die. Kevin's still watching the angle now, and Nix is still in this tunnel entrance. 30 seconds to go, and now he comes on out, but goes straight back in again. Viking once more holding the bar dropper. Kevin and Nix need to do something magical to make this work, but neither of them can figure out what that is. Kevin, finally the last man standing as Jamjar gets Nix on his last peak. Viking goes for the aggressive push forward, but Throdax is there to trade him afterwards, and it is GG, MilSpec Esports 2-0 on Plane and Clubhouse.
That was great play. I mean, I know why Nix actually didn't peek out, because it was Thorodex.